The chamber was sterile and silent, lit only by pulsing blue biolights embedded into the organic walls of the Zarnathi battleship. A faint hiss escaped the floor as the scent of antiseptic mist filled the air. The prisoner sat motionless, restrained to a biometal slab that pulsed faintly with life. Zaraya observed him from behind a translucent membrane. She was one of the Zarnathi elite, genetically engineered for war, bred without fear. Her voice was cold, her eyes glowing like twin suns as she stepped forward. "Human," she said, her voice more hiss than speech. "You have lost. Your ship is vapor. Your crew, dead. You are in the heart of the flagship of the Zarnathi Dominion, and yet you breathe calmly. Why?" The man looked up slowly. Bruised cheek, split lip, one eye swollen shut. He didn't flinch. "Because," he whispered, voice raw but steady, "you think this is the end. But for us, this is only a beginning." Zaraya's eyes narrowed. "Explain." He chuckled softly, a sound that had no right to exist in the heart of enemy territory. "You'll see. Soon. Skull Part 2, known as Deathworlders. Hours earlier, the Dominion's Central War Council had reviewed a debriefing on humans. Greater than, species classification, 9/10 on the Thanarian Aggression Index. Nicknames given by allies, Terrans, Deathworlders, Voidborn Wolves. Known for, symbiotic relationships with AI, unpredictable strategy, resistance to torture, recursive vengeance. The Zarnathi didn't take it seriously. Until now. Zaraya reviewed his records. His name, Captain Elias Rourke. Scout Commander, Terran Vanguard Division. No cybernetics. No weapons. No armor. Just, human. She turned off the terminal and went back into the cell. "You are alone," she hissed. But the human simply looked up and whispered. "Then you should be terrified. Revolving Light Part 3, Beacon ECH-09 activated." In deep space, floating in the Kuval expanse, a signal blinked to life. Code, ECH-09. Status, Terran operative captured. Location, Zarnathi Sector 7 Flagship ID, Dominion Wrath. Inside a hidden black site orbiting a dead star, the Terran Strategic Command AI processed the alert. It calculated the risk. Then, it woke up the wolves. Fire Part 4, the wolves arrive. 2 days later, the Zarnathi war fleet prepared for routine drills when the stars blinked out. That's what it looked like, thousands of Terran stealth ships uncloaked in perfect silence. No warnings, no energy surges. Then, chaos. The first shot came from the Harbinger, a dreadnought class capable of splitting moons. One railgun round turned a Zarnathi cruiser into molten shrapnel. Then came the drop pods, slamming into hulls, melting through decks. Inside them were the wolves of Earth, black armored soldiers who didn't shout, didn't talk. They hunted like machines, moved like demons. Every kill was surgical, efficient, relentless. Zaraya watched on a hologram as 10 warships vanished in 5 minutes. She turned to flee. Skull Part 5, the prison break. The walls of the prison trembled. Red lights flashed. The human, still strapped to the interrogation slab, looked toward the ceiling as dust fell. A loud hiss. A melting door. Then, silence. Zaraya ran into the chamber, only to freeze. He was gone. Standing where he should have been was something worse than a soldier. A Terran shock frame unit, 8 feet tall, cloaked in dark armor, its chest glowing with the Terran sigil, a red wolf head over Earth. It spoke in perfect Zarnathi. Unit Echo 9 has been recovered. Target, Inquisitor Zaraya. She lunged to flee, but a gauntleted hand reached out of the shadows and pulled her into the wall. Brain Part 6, the memory of fear. Zaraya woke in darkness, her limbs bound. Across from her stood Rourke, no longer bruised, clean, armored, alive. "Now," he said calmly, "it's my turn to ask questions." She snarled, "You humans, you're monsters." He smiled. "No, we're mirrors. You just don't like what you see in us." Then his voice dropped. "You took me, tortured me. You wanted to study fear. Good, because now you'll understand ours." He leaned in. "Do you know what scares us?" Zaraya paused. He whispered, "Losing each other. That's it. Nothing else." Crossed Swords Part 7, The Wrath of Humanity. The battle outside was no longer a battle. It was a massacre. Zarnathi warships ignited like paper. Stations crumbled. FTL gates collapsed. Terran AI drones infiltrated their networks and began broadcasting every Zarnathi war crime to the galaxy. Earth wasn't just winning, they were making a point. Don't touch us. Don't take our people. Ever. Scroll epilogue. What the galaxy learned. In the aftermath, the Zarnathi Dominion surrendered a third of their territory within weeks. New galactic treaties were signed. And a line was added to the Galactic Codex of War. Greater than, never capture a Terran operative. It is not worth the cost.